Dark Sun, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition, Shared Lands from SSI. We were on the Magarian Temple. We were gonna heal the slaves. The thing is, we healed them, we got spawned with a bunch of enemies on top of us that corrode our stuff. And the corrosion is unacceptable. We already lost like 2 items to one of those guys. I don't know, man. I need to figure out if maybe there is some spell that can help with that. But I was looking at the manual for corrosion and acid, and there was nothing like protection from acid or anything. Because if we get corroded, if we get our items corroded, we just have to reload. That's what I did last time. Hello there, Kibitz. Which I'm trying to do. We're on a spot in the game where there's guys, 4 enemies that can corrode your weapons and armor spawn on top of you. And last stream, they deleted the strongest weapon, magic weapon we had in the party. So I had to reload. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know if I have options to deal with that. Let's move over here and take a look at what that looks like. Started nearly 17 hours. Strategic Simulations Incorporated. Presents. You don't remember that in the game. Yeah. The alert comes up really fast. Like I don't even know what the alert says. I just know that it means that an item got deleted. We already lost 1 or 2 items, but they were like weak armor items. I can live without those, I suppose. Dun, 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 dun. Right, so, items. This guy didn't lose anything because he doesn't wear armor, unless he had... No, I think not even a helmet he can use. Now this guy, there is a slight chance I might have lost a ring. I don't think so. She lost... I don't think she had rings. Maybe she had, I don't know. But she lost this. Oh, I think she lost boots as well. This guy didn't lose anything. Now, these losses, I can live with them. But not the other stuff. The other stuff is too much. No, I don't think I have spells that can fix that. Shilla lag. What the fuck is a Shilla lag? Can we learn the game and just kill them before stuff could happen? So far we're doing stuff differently too. Yeah, I don't know. Right, I'm skipping the dialogue because we did have this yesterday. These were the choices we made yesterday. I am tempted to just head down and let the other guys deal with them. The song's kind of cool. I think I still get the experience. They did attack our cleric and he didn't lose anything, so there's that. But yes, I can probably kill them with a single click from Tiger Sky Drum, but then you have to deal with the other ones. We would get hit and lose weapons. It was Tiger Sky Drum who lost the magic weapon last time. Item melting to me is as horrible as level draining. It's not a fun mechanic. I'll try to bring a Tiger Sky Drum here and do one. The other ones look like they're busy. And maybe I can get in range for that. I don't know about this. I'm gonna do a ranged attack. And miss. Another thing item breaks level 2. Yeah. I'm really not. Okay, so they're focused on the other characters. That helps. Hopefully he doesn't turn against like a sky drum. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, in the newer Zelda games, it's different. The game is designed around that. It's one of those things, I've talked about that before, that some games do, where you have to trust the game and give them the reins. Like, the newer Zelda games are divisive around that, but they do have that particular thing where, like, you have to accept that weapons are meant to be temporary because you are meant to experiment and just keep switching around. Like, if you're gonna be trying to find good weapons and good combinations or whatever, I don't remember all of the mechanics involving weapons in that game, you're going to have a bad time. You have to go in already expecting, you have to treat weapons like freaking potions or scrolls. It's like they're meant to be temporary. The game can be very fun, but it's very hard to accept that mindset. I was very put off at first, but once I realized, oh, okay, they're just temporary buffs pretty much. Just carry a bunch of interesting ones, pick whatever it's... Don't do what you usually do in a game, which is... and that's my opinion. If you go in and you're like, okay, the good ones, I'm gonna save them, so I'm gonna go through the weaker ones because they're gonna break. No, pick the best one always. And it's gonna be temporary and then you pick the next best one. And don't pick the weak ones. And that's it. Still hated having awesome weapons break after 2 fights. Yeah. But that's the thing. If you weren't for that, you would pick one weapon that you like and use that for the entire game. I think that's what they wanted to avoid. That's how they fix the issue of you have you know, on games where you have like a million potions and you keep them all in your inventory and don't drink any because you might need them later. And they basically try to break that, at least with the weapons. No, here's a bunch of weapons, use them, they're gonna break anyway, just use them. I think it was it is obviously a very deliberate choice. And again, it's very divisive, a lot of people really dislike it. I can respect that. No, where's the blind one here? You must put an end to Balcazar, or all of this will be for naught. Okay. My peers smallest complain about the games, had a lot of fun with them. They are amazing to me. Have you played Skyward Sword? I freaking love Skyward Sword for a lot of different reasons. Then I like those games. There is some early stuff, like there's some stuff in Skyward Sword that you can see was like them testing the waters with craftables and stuff like that. Skyward Sword, like, I know the overworld is a bit iffy. Like, here is a blank area that leads to 3 areas that you keep revisiting and they get larger. But the world map is basically just 3 separate areas, which feels iffy. Other than that, mechanically it's sound, and it has, in my humble opinion, the best dungeon designs on any Zelda game. Because it is still like traditional 3D Zelda game. It's not Breath of the Wild. I've replayed it. I want to attempt to get the HD version at some point. I don't know if I already got it, but I might replay. I did play the original on the Wii. Terran has always been the worst part of Zelda games since Wind Waker. If people we complain about that a lot in Wind Waker, but Skyward Sword has some segments. There is this part, I don't want to do spoilers, but there is this part where you deal with a flying whale that is just a fucking spectacle. But the travel works in Skyward Sword. I think it works way better than it works in Wind Waker. And the dungeons are amazing. Enter travel. I've skipped the one trying to walk in. Enter and be healed of all your ailments. Okay, we can heal ourselves here now. You have been healed. May fate bring you fortune, travelers. It's not too bad if you're playing Wind Waker. So many times just point your point and scroll on your PC for 5 minutes. Yeah, I've heard of that complaint. I didn't play a lot of Wind Waker. I'll get to that eventually. It's a shame that the best version of Wind Waker is on the Wii U, so I have to set that one up, which is a bit annoying. Same for Twilight Princess. Although I've beaten Twilight Princess, I'm not particularly inclined to replaying it. It wasn't bad, but Twilight Princess is pretty forgettable to me. I don't know. It was like the basic Zelda formula. The only thing original about it is that it's a bit dark. Because people wanted something more realistic, I guess. I don't know. I remember a lot of it. It's not a forgettable game. It's very striking in a lot of ways, but it feels forgettable. It's just, yeah, here's Zelda. What's special about it? I don't know. It was the only Nintendo console you skipped. I bought it very early in the cycle before I realized it was a dud. For the sole reason that one of the best games that I've played in my entire life was Super Mario Galaxy, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna buy the next Nintendo console if it has anything that is even half as good. Because they're not gonna make a Nintendo console and not have a Mario game in it, right? And that happened. Enjoyed it more in your second playthrough. It's basically just a current of time again. Yeah. I think Twilight Princess is a solid game. I think it's a weak Zelda. It's not a bad game by any means. It's still definitely worth being played through once. But that's about it for me. But Skyward Sword, man, Jesus. And that's despite having to do bullshit with your Wiimote. I played the original with the Motion Plus. And some stuff was very clever. Some of the parts of the final boss fight on Skyward Sword, all the phases with the weird ass Wii Motion Plus mechanics, it was actually so fucking good. But then you have the part with the thing, no spoilers if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's no spoilers. But with the thing going in circles uphill and you have to keep just jerking off your Wiimote trying to hit the toes of the thing, that part I could do without. I just love the Cool Ice dungeon though. I remember people freaking get stuck and hate the Water Temple stage on Ocarina of Time. I thought it was fine, and I when I learned that everyone hated it, I didn't know why it was okay. It's kind of memorable. I know the ice dungeon from Twilight Princess, you mean? That was one of the more memorable dungeons. Because I have images of it in my mind. The mansion with the broken walls at the entrance or something like that. No one is allowed to enter. Oh, that guy had a different... Wait, no, this is a thing where the body is... What is... No, that guy was... they don't have the Thri-Kreen bodies, apparently. Obsidian Chacha. Okay, so it's the same. 1d6 plus 3. No, this is a +1, okay. It's a +1 Chacha. Iron Boot switching, which probably annoyed people's fix for 3DS. Right, yeah, I don't recall that part. I don't know, there is a rumor they're gonna remake that for the Switch too. And Gold Gradling still so fair. But if I get to play that game again, to the point where I want to replay that game and that hasn't happened, I might go for the Nintendo 64 version instead of the 3DS. I don't know, man. I didn't like playing that game on the 3DS. I thought I was gonna love it, I didn't. And I can't put my finger on why. I'd rather play the original. Okay, so there is a bunch of things here. Oh, the focus. We had to find the focus. The focus is probably around here. Right, the focus... something about him using the focus for the summons. So I should try to do that. Kind of looking forward to seeing the rumors true and just how far they'll go with the remake. I wish, and it's not gonna happen, but I wish they did a Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask double feature remaster, like with Galaxy 1 and 2. But I doubt it. Because if they don't do that, what they're gonna do is they're gonna release Ocarina of Time and they're gonna forget about Majora's Mask. Just like the freaking Metroid Prime remake. If it was a Metroid Prime Trilogy remaster, I would have bought it. But because it's a Metroid Prime remake, I'm not buying it because they're never releasing Prime 2 or 3. They just forgot about it forever. 3DS is basically just supported data models textures. Yeah, I guess I don't like the form factor. That's a thing for me with portable consoles a lot of the time. Well, there's one of these guys. I'm gonna have to have freaking Zofir as the leader, just so I can actually shoot at it. Okay. Control body, always. If they took the 3DS version and they just put that on the Switch, don't need to go further than that. Just that, but with a decent form factor that can use a controller on my TV and have the vibration Stone of Agony thing working. That would be good enough for me. Better than try to play it on the 3DS. Supposed to be their big holiday title. Would be disappointed if it's some minor graphic updates. I would prefer minor graphic updates, but both games, than just phenomenal, perfect Ocarina of Time and forget about Majora's Mask forever. That's me. Now I feel like this room is like the main guy. No, this is a Balcazar image. So not actual Balcazar. I think actual Balcazar is here. But I can't. Well, it has to be. So maybe I do go here. I think I did just save, but I'm not sure. Majora's Mask would be great an HD remake. Demon Scary was shitty. Yes! That game is very fucking creepy. In a good way. Several boars standing around the circle, taunting the Megara within. Fool! Did you really believe that you were going to be transformed into another being? Your kind's desire to better yourselves blinds you to the truth. Did you ever ask yourself why you never saw anyone transformed? The Babal have not noticed you yet. Attack? I'm not... No, will not spoil my chance for transformation! Dude, it's a scam. How? Why did that happen? I'm not complaining, it's kind of awesome, but... Whistle, whistle. Fucking Zofia is in the way. Whistle, whistle. It didn't corrode anything. Weapon, armor, it deleted everything, and something else. You deleted 500 things. Yeah, just reload. That's dumb. I hate it. You're glad the whistle is back. It's out of place. Let's see what happens if we wait. We continue to taunt the Megara. You know why you never saw anyone transformed? Because they're all dead. Balcazar means to kill you in order to summon new Babao. Your blind faith has led you to your death. Now they're moving towards the Megara. Now I attack, maybe the Megara helps. Yeah, he's not complaining anymore. Phew. Okay, this time he didn't do the thing with the fire. Yeah, they already killed the Megara. That's pretty hardcore. Armor is destroyed. I can't live without that one piece that got deleted, I guess. Fucking Zofia is in the way. I still can't go there. Deleted the weapon. This is so unfun. Song demands and don't let it just fade the background. Yeah, you start to forget the music and the music is like, I'm here. It's a way to punch up an otherwise forgettable 10-second loop. Yeah, it's punching up, alright. Okay, so now I try to move everyone out instead. I can't because the guy's in the way. Now the other guy's in the way. And now you're deleting the weapons, the magic weapons, 3 pieces of armor. This is stupid. I'm trying to get people out of there, and then they just delete everything. Come on, I need to get Zofair out of the way. Stop getting everyone else to do things. Well, thank you. Okay, that's as far as you're getting, I guess. Corroded 2 pieces of armor. I'm gonna live with that for now. I think. It was this and this. That's fine. I don't want to lose stuff like the helmet. Or the necklaces. For now, that's acceptable. Okay. I guess I'll have to live with that. This probably leads to that area which probably has the focus thing. And that's probably what we want. Yep. Steer. Oh, these don't have anything. Okay. Wait, is this just a regular teleporting maze? It might be. Okay. Northeast. Northeast. No, so it's west. Maybe. And I'll go northeast again. Or is this back to that same island? It is. So northeast is wrong. So we go southwest. Okay, it was that. Oh, there, Happy Cakes. You caught a 16-inch crab today. How big is 16 inches? I don't know how. I don't know. We don't use inches down here. Holy shit, that's a big fucking crab. Yay big. Holy shit. Congratulations. I hope you were hungry. Dead. Oh, it says dead. Then I have to reload. But I have the map. You're cooking it now. Nice. Guess we got a bit unlucky with the attacks there. Okay, so we're going southwest, northeast. Oh, there is a thing here that I missed before. Bone Drake Tooth. Only 8 plus something. It doesn't change that, but it's better than this. And then you can have this, same thing. Then you. That's better. That's better. And you finally. That's worse. Okay. I'm actually gonna put on a different slot because we're stuck into going to that fight now. Missed all of it. $32! That sounds like a critical to me. Okay. And now what? Boiled with seasonings using the broth, then to make a veggie soup, then some air fried potato wedges on the side. 3-pot bread meal. That's very fancy. Those golems, yeah, they're weird and they animate weird because the engine speed is weird. But they look cool, yes. Oh, this is not a teleport. Okay, what about these ones left? Down. Right. Up. That might be it then. Some of these you can look at, but they don't have anything. I thought this was gonna be the focus. I think it's just for that sword. Which I guess is fine enough. Okay, time to heal. We did do the side quest to enable the healing room. I can talk to this guy, right? I think he did mention talking to him after I healed the guys. He might have something new for us. He does! I was trying to get closer to him and I skipped the dialogue. Uh, Alright, there's nothing from here. Let's head back. Yeah, it's fair. It happens a lot in this game. Sometimes I'm okay with it, but that seemed like it might have been important. Answer yes or no, all caps. Like they didn't have to have like answer. They could just say yes or no. They didn't need a title. Just like the what do you say? Like you give him dialogue options. You don't need that. You have restored faith in the temple, and I thank you. The evil here is still strong, but that will change soon. For your noble act, I give you my ring. Now you must purge the evil from here, and there's only one way to do that. Destroy the one called Balcazar. He's planning to summon the unnamed one, a being who could destroy Athos. Okay, so he gave me a ring. Metal Ring of Insight. I don't know what it says. Oh, increases your wisdom. Well, we should give it to the cleric, I guess. There's one piece of dialogue this one we skipped before. A voice emanates from the healing chamber, sounding vaguely like 10 lives. Right, and then the other one we did see. Enter and be healed. Nice pathfinding, dude. Answer yes or no. Like you were giving me any other options. It's like I'm gonna describe the options that I'm gonna give you. You have to select one. They could use that text for everything. For the what do you say window as well. So now we have this guy, these guys, and what I think is Balcazar down here. In addition, there is this segment with books, and one of these might be his focus. There are a bunch of books in there. I can start by going there. Getting here is from the other side. So it's easy to get in here without triggering him. Sometimes you wish I were a character with all the fine peeps here, but now y'all can have this dismal teleporting maze all to yourselves. Teleporter mazes, am I right? I think some of the worst ones I dealt with were on Hazard, actually. It had a dungeon. I still have a map drawn over there. It had a dungeon that was made up of not one but two separate teleporter mazes. And it wasn't obvious at first that they were two different ones, so I had to do two maps. Holy relics. Study of otherworldly beings. Few ways are known to dismiss these beings from planes on which they are unwanted. Most historical methods have been lost due to lack of records. Wizards who employed the methods rarely recorded their discoveries in fears that others would steal them. The classic method of dismissal is through the use of an artifact that is inversely aligned to the being to be dismissed. Of the holy relics, one powerful object known as Brothers, the Light of Dawn, capable of dismissing all but the most evil creatures. The history... Light of Dawn. I'm glad I can... Oh, focuses, this is important. I'm glad I can read them without picking them up. Opening this book, you'll see that it is concerned with the creation, use of, and destruction of power focuses. You'll flip to a passage in the book and begin reading. Have shown that focuses have classically been amulets or staves that are involved to grant favors. However, with more materials becoming available, the design of focuses is changing rapidly. Isn't the plural focus foci, foci, something like that? One great step in the evolution of focuses has been the use of common objects that one would expect to find in any house on Athos. This way, it is not obvious from where the wizard's power comes. I've even heard tales of furniture being used as focuses, but it is unlikely. How could a piece of furniture possess the polished surfaces that are required of a focus? Speculations abound. One object with... The author begins to get into specifics, so we skip ahead. Focuses have been known to grant their keepers powers from the darker planes. Numerous fireside tales have been spun about the defilers that could not be killed as long as their focus was intact. Interesting enough, I have discovered proof that there may be focuses powerful enough to grant just such powers, be it in the form of incredible regenerative powers, magical aura that protects the defiler from harm, or immortality itself. Were the defiler able to combine these abilities with those of hiding the focus within a common object, the results would be difficult to contain at the least. I recall a certain defiler by the name Screamshander that... So, furniture. Looking for a specific weird-ass piece of furniture. Join Final Fantasy 17 at some point. Yeah, let's see. All the names. The unnamed one. The aged book is unusually heavy, feeling as if it contains 10 times the amount of pages it has. The pages themselves are made from something more akin to leather than paper, but you cannot determine exactly what. Oh, it's bound in human skin. You briefly scan the red inked text. Seen in the past have all been manageable, however, recent experiments have revealed new methods of summoning otherworldly beings that could result in creatures undefeatable by known means. One such being, who must be left unnamed, is known to be trying to enter this realm. Were someone to summon him, the resulting chaos would be apocalyptic. Here follow rites and passages used in the preparation of summoning. You cannot extend through it any further, the acts explaining the text make your stomach uneasy. Or maybe my stomach is uneasy because I had ill-seasoned crab. Otherworldly beings, my favorite. Book of Guidance. All the pages in this book have been crossed out save one. A single faded inscription is all that remains. When dealing with direction, every search not warranted earns nothing. Southeast, northwest, northeast. That's the... So, oh yeah. It's a little riddle to solve the teleporter maze. To be confused with spicy chaos and bland chaos. I had very spicy cabbage today. It was difficult to eat. It was awesome. Did it corrode my fork? No, I'm pretty sure I managed to use it for the entire meal. Maybe it was like long-term corrosion. Maybe the fork won't be there when I come back tomorrow. I should check. X fork. It's forked. I'm looking for furniture. I think. I might be around here because there is a guy there. Just because of that, I'm suspicious of you being around here. Maybe I can talk to that guy. Okay, so I'm gonna click once because it might trigger something I don't want to click out of. Magera, talk. Are you waiting for transformation as well? Transformation is a myth. Dry land is a myth. Liars, I have served Balcazar honestly and well. Soon I will be made into a greater being. Are you here to test my devotion? Be gone. Oh! Magera, come with me, it's your turn now. The bubble turns to you. Work hard, slaves, and you too may have the honor of transformation. Oh, it took the guy away. It's gone. Describes what happened in your Starfinder game. Hello there, that won't be a shit yet. Did you find a star in your Starfinder game? That's the goal, right? So literally in the name. Oh, there is money here. There is that thing that looks like a special item. There is more shit here. This is like the loot. But then you have this guy, whom we can't kill without dealing with his focus. Well, at least that's my understanding. You must be agents of Dagolar. There is no way the mere slaves could pass my bubble and frock. Tell your master that it is I who will rule Athos, not him. Dagolar, what are you talking about? Do not lie about your allegiance. I know that Dagolar has sent you to destroy me. However, I will make you a counter-proposal. Dagolar is weak. Side with me and join in the conquest of Athos. I want to join scum like you. When I summoned the unnamed one, the world would bow down before me. All of Athos will be mine to command. Those who resist will perish, will stand by my side, join my reign. You must die. Fools! I swear I'll make your deaths painful. He quickly utters an incantation. Caw, macaw. Ah, these guys are all gonna be in the way, aren't they? Another such situation here. Yeah. Whistle, whistle. You missed everything. Good job. Yes! Do that to Tiger Sky Drum. That's amazing. This is how you know the game's getting serious. Fools! You are throwing away much more than your lives. I am immortal. Alcazar recites another incantation. Oh, every time you hit him, he summons another. And these ones are still here, so I will need to deal with his focus first. Let the dogs out. Sounds like a toucan. Your character seduced via intimidation a big titty goth elf who liked being the center of attention and bad boys. Alright, maybe we can lie through our teeth and then find his focus. Yes, I'm here to join you. And watch out, summon the named one. Follow. I can kind of click that, but personal diary. Dex's book is written in a barely legible hand. You open the most recent entries dating a few days ago and begin reading. I finished my research regarding the Terror Extract. I find that I must prepare the mixing bowl as well as acquire the blossom extract. You can see why the poison is such a well-kept secret. It keeps on the blade indefinitely. I have contracted a local merchant to acquire the extract for me. He promises it to me within a few days, so I'll concentrate on deciphering the named one's book in preparation of summoning. I've completed the spells on the mixing bowl, and now that I await for the terror extract itself, the full merchant must have idiots working for him. And the simpleton could have acquired the extract by now. If it were not for keeping the Magari in line, I would do it myself. I wonder if that means that I can use this on this. No, it doesn't look like it's Stone Dagger. Balthazar begins an unintelligible incantation. The ground begins to roar and growl as if it were alive. The named one approaches. I'll teleport all to the temple. And falters as he slurs. Okay, he was casting a spell and the spell falters because he slurs. No! I couldn't have. I've practiced that passage for years. The circle roars. A voice filled with ice emanates from the circle. Balcazar, you fool! Did you think you could summon me with your puny skills? You're not worthy of death in my hands. My minions will take care of you and your allies. Burn, Balcazar. Right, these guys are weak. We'll see what happens after killing them. I'm glad to have allies like yourselves. I know what I did wrong, so summon the named one. All of Athos will down before us. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't want to help this guy, but I can't kill him. Sure, I remember how to do this. Of course, it was only a minor miscalculation preventing me from summoning him. Now I will do it for sure. Are you sure you can do this? I know I'm mistaken, nothing will prevent me from doing it now, watch. You sure you can do this? I already told you I know I'm mistaken, are you sure? Are you sure? But like, are you sure? Forget it, I'm leaving. No, I'll not leave, you will watch me summon the unnamed one or you will die. You, I thought you could summon a servant. And then it's back to this. Maybe just have to keep playing along. Okay, no, I can't. Those baby sounds. Sounds in this game can be very funny. Okay, never mind with that. Maybe I have like he's arrogant. We were told that he's very arrogant, that I can lean on that. Maybe if I just play along, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to keep playing along. Maybe he just kills himself if I keep playing along. Just explodes while trying to summon. No, why did you do that? Still managed to kill it. I misclicked and she moved instead of attacking. Okay, summon. Very well, I will now summon the unnamed one. Beside several arcane passages, the ground rumbles. At the height of the clamor, Balcazar's voice reaches a crescendo and falters again. Drat, I thought I had it. Circle roars, more of these. You'll never be able to summon me. Can't I have the minions attack him? Probably not. Tiger drum is less than half health already. So I can't do this forever. Yeah, they come after us like Balcazar is right there. Balcazar is not even participating in the fight. I think I accented too much on the third line. Let me try it again. Are you sure? Can't you get this right? I know my mistake. Can't you get this right? Can't you get this right? For sure, remember. Can't you get this right? The dialogue changes a little bit, so maybe I have to keep it going. I told you that I will not be summoned. Die. Problem is, we're gonna run out of health. To farm infinite experience. Yeah, no, there's probably an end in sight. Maybe after failing a bunch of times, it finally... Oh, now remember, it was the fourth line. I'll get it this time. I'm really starting to doubt you can do it, so it's changing. You know, my mistake. Are you sure you know how to do this? Of course. Okay, summon. Please die instead of failing again. Okay, I know what went wrong this time. You are more inept than I believed. Burn and know the price for incompetence. Oh my god, we're still doing this. Tiger Sky Drum is very close to dying. Whose effect is surprisingly the one that has full health still. Even kill that guy, that's pretty good. Oh. Tiger Sky Drum will die if he doesn't kill him right now. No, must be the fifth line, I know it. This time, for sure. Yeah, this is really getting old, Balcazar. I know, it's getting old. Sure you remember. This is... No, I know I'm doing this right. Grow wary of this, die so I may torture eternally. I can't keep doing this. Yeah, she's dead. If I could take breaks between attempts, there is a healing room down here. I can do this all day. Yeah. 5 years later, anytime now. Nice critical. There is no healing in this game, so fair. Unless you pick a class no one picked. With our cleric, I can cast one spell 500 times before I run out of charges. Each time heals 0.1 health point. So I can spend all my charges and still not do anything. Was the first line, of course. Give it up. Forget it, I'm leaving. Okay, summon him. I'm gonna try healing. Okay, Zofar is dead as well. The healing is better, but still bad, okay. I think I accented too much. What? Gah! My guys were pulled back. And Zofar is in the way. I think I might be stuck in there. Okay, I managed to move. Like, they're pissed off with Balcazar, why are they attacking me? It goes from 1-8 for Q light ones, then 3 times 1-8 for serious, and forget how much for critical sometimes. Feels not by 40 anyway, still need to roll it and can be really bad. I don't even think we have those better ones. Excuse me, princesses. Your party has been defeated. Applauds the new experience. I'm gonna click. Very well. I selected an option. Okay, I managed to die. That's an experience right there. Zofair is looking at the game too hard. Please stop. We need to find the focus, which is a furniture. But I've looked at all the furniture. Nothing is interactable. Can't even attack the chairs. Maybe the little stool. Can't do anything about it. Hello there, epic name, bro. How's it going? How's the gaming? Oh, we ran into a very weird bug. We had to die 5 times before the game would game over. It was very strange. There is no furniture up here. None of these furniture looks any different. Yeah, we died. After we died, we got a game over. We were shown dialogue options. I clicked on one by accident, it progressed the game, then we got another game over. And then another 5 game overs, and then it went back to the main menu. It was very strange. And now I'm trying to figure out what I have to do here. My guess is that we have to find a specific piece of furniture that needs to be destroyed. That's all I have to work with right now. So I'm trying to look at suspicious things. With that big fat plus, we're doing fine, other than the weird bugs. Weird bugs. Yeah, I was talking about that. We got a game over. Then instead of going to the main menu, we were presented with dialogue options. I clicked one by accident, the game progressed, and then we got another 5 game overs before finally being kicked out to the main menu. Okay. While we are here, can I find... Maybe it's in his room, maybe it's his bed? The fun of old games, yeah. I have equipped him with the stone dagger, and then I'll try to attack this with the stone dagger to see if I can get it, like... Nope, nothing changed. Like, there's a thing where he was waiting for an ingredient to make this, which I think is some kind of poison. And you're supposed to put it on a weapon, but I don't know how to use this. I mean, Zulfair is a freaking thief, and I don't even know how to use thief skills like finding traps. That's even a thing you can do. That's what this says. Blossom extract. It keeps on the blade indefinitely, so you would want to. Unless the blade is already poisoned and it just doesn't show. I just tried to attack him with the dagger and it just triggered the summon. Yeah, the whistles, yes. Caw. Whistle. Right, so I have triggered these guys. I want to see what that thing is. Wait, what do you mean no path? Oh, is Zulfair blocking the way again? I think Zulfair is very good. Like, he's very small, but he's enough to block the path. Like, that's amazing. So just getting a line here waiting for Zulfair to... So fair. I'm making this way harder than it should be. Just want to look at these items, see what they are. And no target sky. Yeah, you still can't. Parking, yeah, that too. Yeah, corrode the weapon. Yeah, got deleted. Intruders! Oh, now you realized? The guy that was there died before I could look at that. I think that's just a magic build. So Ferret got up just to die. He was lying down. And then he got up and died. I didn't get to see what the item was. I don't know what to do. He got iced, I guess he did. Like, I can do whatever I want in this room. It feels like it's on purpose, like he leaves and you stay here and then you can engage. So I have something to say about Zofia missing. What happened, Bamf? I don't know, am I missing mechanics here? Let me open the manual. Manual. Character interaction. No, I can't. I picked it up again. The manual said something about like using an item, then you can use it on something else. But I'm not being given the option to use this. Okay. Look, you can examine objects by left-clicking look mode. If you can use the item, talk to it, or pick it up, a box appears. Only one of these is available. It will happen automatically instead of displaying this box. So the only thing you can use with the little weapon on the floor is picking it up. Character interaction. Kinda makes me want to play the original Fallouts. I did so much of that. I finished the first and second ones. First one I think I finished multiple times. I talked about that. I'm one of those weird people that likes the first one more than the second. I'm one of those weird people that likes 3 more than New Vegas. View inventory, item summary using items. Right and clicking on any item in the inventory brings up the item summary. Stores, cast spells, use psionics, current spell effects. Three does have a very cool setting. I think it does. I think 3 is more. Same thing I say. I think that 1 and 2 have a progression between how the games work that is kind of replicated in a way between 3 and New Vegas, where the first one is more self-contained and linear, and the second one is like this sprawling, get lost in a world kind of thing. Which most people would prefer. Like, here is a world you can explore and do a lot of things in, and it has a lot of characters and a lot of lore, and it's more dynamic and everything. I prefer the more contained linear experience. But yeah, that's the conclusion I've arrived regarding those 4 Fallout games. I just prefer the more linear experience. New Vegas is a much better game if you want to get lost in a rich world. I like to have like very specific linear, specific goals and progression. Also 1 and 3, maybe because they are meant to be, you are like this special character that goes on this special mission. I think 1 and 3 do a better job at making your character feel special, which I like, while 2 and New Vegas make your character more part of the world that just so happens to become a crucial element, but it's just like another normal guy. Which is, again, fine, I just prefer the other one. I enjoyed all 4. Top-down RPG with choices and stuff reminds you of that. Don't like D&D settings that much. I tend to like D&D settings. I think that's actually a weak point of this game. I think the way it handles spells and skills and everything else that has to do with D&D is kind of the weak point. It's like the interface struggles with dealing with that stuff. Everything else about it, the art, the story, the characters, is very good. Even the music I kind of like. Yeah, I don't know. Here are the characters. There isn't anything there. Zofia has access to nothing other than Sonic Telepath. Does that make him invisible? No. And then once you're here, you're stuck on that loop of him failing over and over again. I even have to fail first before getting dialogue. Ugh. I have read all of those books. And it talks specifically, it hints specifically at furniture. And then it gives you a hint on how to get up here. I am pretty sure I searched all of those bodies, but I'm gonna try doing that again. That's not a thing, right? That is different in any way, no. I'm gonna write this down just in case. I'm gonna... It says southeast, northwest, and northeast. But I'm pretty sure that's what I found already. Right, and this here, hang on. We clear this out. And then that other guy was summoned. None of that amounted to anything. So it was southeast. None of these is southeast. Northwest. None of these are northwest. Northeast. This is technically northeast. Okay, this does take you to the sword, which does take you down here. But no, none of these are a thing. We did get this bone drake tooth from around here, but it can't be important actually because it can get just corroded. Yeah, nothing there. So if I follow him to the temple, he summons things infinitely. If I attack him, he is immune. So I don't know what to do. I'm pretty sure I've read all the hints the game had. read all the books, talked to all the NPCs. Balcazar is arrogant, we need to find his focus. Only thing I haven't tried is to go back. Try talking to the blind one. No idea where he would be right now if he went back. I don't think any of that is like relevant furniture. Blind one is not back there. I don't think it would be in a random place like this. And the blind one is still there. I can also check the tempo later. Nice pathfinding, dude. Trap, I don't have a way of disarming it. Blind one. Without something may or may not help if you totally give up. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any piece of furniture that looked different. Only thing that I found that looked slightly different was that thing on the floor by his treasure room, but we can't get there without triggering combat. And once we're in combat, I can't reach it. Without dying, I tried. Talk to this guy again, but nice pathfinding. All of our fates lie in your hands. Go and stop Balcazar before he summons the unnamed one. Okay, that's not furniture that matters. There is a whole thing down here. I wonder if that's anything. Probably not. So I can't literally just reload because I didn't find anything back here. Because it seems to me, based on all the information that we have gathered, that we have to find his focus. So he is no longer immune. So we can kill him. And his focus could be anything, but there are books talking about making furniture into a focus, so it's not. So it can be hidden in plain sight. And I would imagine he wouldn't keep it far from him, so it would be on this area, but... And I can get in here, so like, this is very likely to be the place, but there's nothing I can interact with here. There's the book, I can get it, but and there is this, which I don't understand. I have the eye icon enabled on it. Can even attack it, but clicking doesn't make anything happen. Trying to use this on it doesn't work either. In fact, I think I dropped... yeah, I dropped it behind it. Couldn't find it anymore. Can put that there, doesn't change anything. Which means this doesn't have an action associated with it, but it could have. Now I would need I mean, if the book is correct, I would need like a death extract. But I don't have one. I wanted to assume he would have gotten the death extract by now. Because the journal is from a few days ago. Now I'm just excited to hear the chain of thoughts. I can't attack that, but I can attack this. A special sword got up there. I tried to interact with that, but didn't do anything. What he said about the book said was pretty hinty. I know, but I have no idea where to get a death extract. Finish my research regarding the terror extract. I must prepare the mixing bowl, as well as acquire the blossom extract. I can see why the poison is such okay. I need the poison. If you contacted a local merchant to acquire the extract for me. I know what merchant that is. I think. I've completed the spells and mixable. All that awaits is the Terra extract itself. Full merchant must have idiots working for him. Any simples won't have acquired extract by now. If I were not given care in line, I would do it myself. So we need Terra extract. Can I get that back? Let's drop it back to where it was. I could leave and go all the way out and talk to the merchant and see if he would tell me anything. Because then I would need to get the Terra extract and put it in the bowl so I would be able to actually enchant a weapon with the poison. So I could finally actually kill him. So that wouldn't be finding and destroying the focus. So maybe there are like two ways of dealing with this. Oh, the pathfinding. Now conclude the pathfinding. I could talk to these weird guys again, but I sincerely doubt they're anything. Well, they're both crazed now, okay. There might be another exit over here, actually. Just realized that. I'm gonna talk to the merchant, see if he knows anything. So this is okay. I did consider that it might have been exactly the stuff that we were tasked with before. The lore master in Cedrulti. I couldn't find a lore master in Cedrulti. What exactly is a Terra Bloom? It's hard to say. It's only through my client that I know of its existence. The writings he showed me suggest assets from the bones used in the making of magical weaponry. Lore Master Sedrility might know. Or spell components used. So I have to go back there and try desperately to find that lore master. I'm gonna put a separate save here. What creature is a rampager anyway? Let me pull up the manual. There is a list of enemies. Rampager. These guys. And they have acid that destroys weapons and armor. So these two people, this guy doesn't show on the map. Oh, did we manage to kill the bandits? Oh, this is, okay, I didn't find this guy because he didn't show on the map. Paris survived, but they're gone. Truly heroes, nothing's beyond you. Your warriors will fight boldly. I hate to see a warriors die in a war we have no reason to join. Surely you could defeat all the Drudge's army single-handed. Can't win the war without help. Choose a high price for Sedrility to pay, and I pray don't betray our hopes. What are you doing? Making bread! Have you ever heard of a terror bloom? What would you want with a terror bloom? They're only good for death. Why do you say terror blooms are bad? They are the primary ingredient for making certain types of daggers, ones which poison the victim, adverse to anything which is designed solely to inflict death. I'm on a quest to find one. Well, I suppose I have to trust you to know what you're doing. Terror bloom is a magical plant only occurs under special circumstances. How do I find one? It's not so much a matter of finding the bloom as it is of growing one. The only way to produce a terror bloom is to slay a rampager in the shade of a serpent's tree. Slay a rampager. In the shade of a serpent tree. You have to get a rampager to come after you. Where can I find a serpent tree? The only serpent tree that I know of grows in the northwest corner of the village. How do I get a rampager near the tree? Due to their names, rampagers are easily provoked. They live only to destroy the works of men, attracting only simple matter of announcing your presence. You can take that horn to the serpent tree and blow it if is that what you want. Just banging on the serpent tree is likely to be enough, though. Will help me get the bloom. Up to enough, I guess my own better judgment. Perhaps Squee would be with you. Has always been one for sweet escapades. Goodbye. So, a horn somewhere? Is this a serpent tree? Just banging on it would be enough. Of course, it's probably gonna delete our items. So I'm gonna save first. And I don't know what we're gonna do about the item deletion situation. Wait, I can't bang on it. Serpent tree. There's the rampager. Okay, it has to be around here. I can't move behind any further back. Oh, what did that do? Oh, I removed the biofeed. I thought it was. I clicked to see what it was. It was a bad mistake. Okay, that was easy. All right, I figured it out. I figured it out, chat. That is a terrible yes. I could just give it to the merchant, but that would probably be a bad idea. It wasn't so bad. No, it wasn't. Figuring it out was bad, but doing it wasn't. Your wish is my command. And that's one of the things I like about streaming. Is the fact, and I say this a lot, it forces me to remain honest. Like, I can't be like, I'm just gonna look it up while I'm streaming. Like, that's lame. If I weren't streaming, I would have just looked it up. I probably have dropped this game already. I get bored easily. So I force myself to play through games that are actually fun, but that I might not actually bother to figure out if I don't have the requirements, so to speak, to do so. Yeah, no, I didn't expect it to look like that. I expected white, gray, black, green, not pre-rose. Who knew death could be bright and colorful? Pathfinding, yes. Oh, there you go, tap. That and actually finishing games too keeps you fighting on. Yeah. That's definitely one of the things that got me started with streaming in the first place. Because, you know, when we were kids, we have fond memories of games we played when we were kids, because those were the only ones we had, so we had to power through and beat them. Nowadays, if a game is boring, I'll move to something else. And some games require patience and effort to be enjoyed, which is not everyone's cup of tea. Nice ass shaking over there. Right, the rest of it is mostly figured out, I think. So I assume it all have a bad habit to get far into games and then moving on before finish. Yeah, I have that bad habit as well. That one, Battle Mario, is from the arcade Alex Kidd game. When he does the butt frame to the left, he shits out a skull that jumps on the floor towards you. He shits out skulls. That's a Sega game if you're not familiar with the Alex Kidd franchise. So he's like, shit skull, shit skull. He's also, it's the Lost Stars, which is the first Alex Kidd game. It's also the Master System version of Lost Stars, I think, but he looks different. I think it looks the same, it's just lower quality. Just procrastinating. Yeah. I'm gonna try to... Oh, I saved the game with the guy waiting over there. I forgot. Okay. Terry Bloom. Wait, do I have to deliver? You had Alex Kidd in Miracle World growing up because when you hit the ground block, you used to freak you out as a kid. I had that game. It was loaded into the memory of the second version of the Master System down here before being replaced with some Sonic game. I played it a lot. I never finished it as a kid. I only finished it when streaming it. And then I also finished the remake, which was surprisingly similar in a lot of ways. It's a very good game, but it's hard. It requires a lot of patience and just sticking with it. So it has Sonic has kicked to the curb. I guess it was. Aztec Adventure, I loved that game as a kid. I don't know if I managed to figure it out. I rented it a few times. I really want to stream that game someday, see if I can finish it. Okay, the flower is still here. I took damage. Maybe I do deliver this thing then. Yeah, I remember nothing about that game other than it looked very fun and I had fun with it, but I don't remember. I'm going to deliver the Terra extract to the guy and maybe he processes the Terra Bloom and then maybe he processes it into a Terra extract which we then put into the bowl. Maybe? But that would kind of break the normal order of it. Oh, maybe if we'll do it in that order, then you can actually get an audience with Balcazar, like, oh, I'm here to deliver an item. Because they do ask what your business in, and the only option we had was to fight them. Right, right, so maybe you are tasked with delivering it. When I was a kid, one of the games I had on the Master System was Black Belt, which was the US release of Hokuto no Ken, with replaced sprites and names and everything. And I played that game so much that I tried to play the game recently, and I was like, how the fuck did I manage to get anywhere in this game? The boss fights require a lot of trial and error to learn. I don't think I finished it, but I made it so fucking far. It's not an easy game. And you look at it, it looks like a nothingness game. Like at first what you feel like, what is this? This is like some kind of bootleg NES Kung Fu or something. That game is actually a lot of fun because it has dual mode, like it has the regular go right kicking enemies, but then you go into the boss fights and you have like big sprites, a very janky ass fighting system. That game was fun. I also want to finish it someday, but it's hard. The guy on the front screen looked like Kenshiro. Yeah, that I didn't know this at the time. Of course, I had no idea what Hokuto no Ken even was. But the original Asa Hokuto no Ken was just rebranded as a generic thing for the US. You found the Terror Bloom? Yes. Amazing! To tell you the truth, I didn't think the Terror Bloom truly existed, but you found one. I hope the magical wand is ample compensation for such a remarkable feat. More importantly, though, I have an emergency on my hands. A client wants me to collect a special spell component. Can I find no one willing to accept the mission? Stinger from a Mysterio. I would have to write this one. Dragon Power was reskinned. Yeah, there was a Dragon Ball game that was reskinned as well. Weird console to use, smaller than the NES. Library doesn't feel as contaminated with bad games. I mean, the NES is contaminated just like, say, the DS because it has too many games. Everyone was trying to make games for it. So it gets chock full of shovelwares a little bit. Even though they had the seal of Nintendo quality or whatever. But the Master System is a better console than the NES. Like, it was never about... It's never about hardware or the capabilities. It's usually about price and then a software library. It's a shame. The Master System would do very well with better games, with more games. Like, you look at something like a Phantasy Star, it's hard to imagine something of that scale on the NES that looks that good. I just think the Phantasy Star is like the best RPG of that era. In a lot of ways. I have to write down about this quest, but I don't even know if I can continue doing this. Because we might have lost the item that we needed. Stinger of a Mysterio. The 8 Creary birds. That is very important. Talking about Mysterios. Rare, deadly, after hiding just beneath the sand. If your eyes are sharp, you may be able to spot a telltale cone of sand where the Mysterio has buried itself. I'll get it. How do I find this special one? Find the birds first. Shores of the Silt Sea to the north. Is that all I can do for you? Still looking for a few sand hollow eyes. Wings of Tyrian butterfly. You know what? Because I'm just chilling here, is gonna be chilling there for a while. Let that still be a reminder, Nintendo never cared about quality. Yes. That's correct. Grocery shopping, probably. Now, I have a wooden Dearth's wand. But we did lose the thing. Now, I have another theory, guess, thing, whatever. Before, I'm gonna put down a save on a different slot. I think we can... Here is the logic that I'm working through in my head. Man, this is so fucking demented a little bit. I'm gonna go back to Cedrilte. I'm going to bang on the tree again and expect a rampager to show up again. Then we kill him near the tree and we get another Death Blossom. Then I'm looking at my old notes. I go to Tequetzel, go find Feather Garing and ask him to make an extract. Why? Because he made the pith extract from whatever, which is what worked last time. So maybe that's the way we make the extract that we can use to make the potion. So yeah. Yeah, I want to hit it. Why can't I hit it? SSI games can be very good, yes. I just think the name itself is amazing. Why can't I hit it again? It's very appropriate to consider what they made. Yes, yes, I agree. I think I streamed another game from them. Does anyone remember what it was? I'm pretty sure I streamed another SSI game. Now I'm curious. SSI apparently it means a lot of things. List of games. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck, it's way too many things. It's way too many things. They made Eye of the Beholder, which I have finished, but they're not on stream. Neverwinter Nights for DOS, an MMORPG, 1991. What the hell? Why didn't one tell me this existed? A MS-DOS MMORPG from 1991. What the fuck? Okay, but what of these? I recognize a lot of these names. It's gotta be the worst thing ever. Maybe it was co-produced by America Online. I'm looking through these lists, trying to find what the fuck I streamed from them before. Oh, Necrodome is from them. Wanted to stream that game sometime. I had a demo as a kid. I don't think I'm gonna find what it was. Maybe I'm messing it up and I didn't play one of their games on stream. Yeah, no, I don't. Maybe I haven't. Doesn't actually look bad in the Sailor was an MMO, it just looks like a dungeon crawler. Massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Ran from 91 to 97. Yeah, I'm just reading the description. Anyway, where's my game? Here. The guy said something about a horn? This. Let me get the horn. Mess with the bowl, something. Alright, Balcazar, yes. Capacity of each server grew from 50 players to 500. Interesting. The only large-scale multiplayer game I worked large scale, it connected a bunch of separate servers. Each could hold, I think it was 100 players. So each server held a map, so if you went over that, it just spawned a new map. So like instances. It was more for not having too many people in the same zone than anything else. Because it was still running under the same software. Instance context thing. Whatever, can I use this? I can't use. Yes, that was used. I heard it, you guys heard it as well. So I can't get another thing? So maybe the extract now is magically finished over there? Should add that to the song. I have to go back there and see if the thing is just... See her here if you need a nudge. I just need to know one thing, am I soft locked? That's the only thing I worry about. No? Okay. I figured, you know, take it back to the merchant. He didn't like it. I mean, he liked it, but we didn't get anything we needed. So I thought, you know, maybe find another one to bring back to the guy that made the pith extract, because I still have that written down. But you can't get another one. And the guy doesn't have the option of giving you the extract. So I'm gonna go here and see, maybe the game has a weird thing where, like, of course, Balcazar is like not there anymore, but maybe the game just updates the bowl to have the full poison thing already. I don't know. And I was going to have a shorter stream because I'm really freaking tired. This week is gonna be a challenge for me for streaming, just so you guys know. I have to do stuff very early in the morning because of work on Tuesday. Mr. of Balcazar has it all enthralled. Yeah, I was getting like a bit... like, I was feeling the tiredness. But now I'm just like you said, enthralled, I'm engaged, like what the fuck. I don't know if that looks any different. It'd be very interesting if, like, okay, you can't use the thing if you haven't completed the other mission, but if you have, then... because, you know, we know it was this guy that wanted it. Maybe the journal, the diary is updated too. Got sick. Man, everyone is getting sick. You, Sakura, Zolfair with the clown walk. Car! Yeah, we have some car. Back to poke the salad again. Is that a very weird idiom that I'm not familiar with? I finished the research. I've contracted. He promised a few days. I'll concentrate, decipher the name. Oh, it changed! The journal is changed. It did mention that he contacted some idiots. I've completed the spells, now all the way to Dark Extract. No, it's still here. Okay, so no, it did not change. Looks like a salad in the... oh, okay, this. I still can't interact with it, though. Let's switch to Zolfair. Get closer so I can attack the thing. I need to get very... oh, Jesus Christ. They are Magera. It didn't change. I don't think... this doesn't seem like a reasonable thing to figure out. I finished the research regarding the terror extract. Prepare the mixing bowl as well as acquire the blossom extract. He has prepared the mixing bowl. The local merchant, that guy, I might have his name here somewhere, to acquire the extract. So the merchant hired us to get the blossom for him. So I have to assume he... So I have this save here. I'm gonna talk to the merchant again, because I have a separate save. So I don't have to walk all the way out again. Right here. Oh, wait. Maybe it's one of these things? No, it's not any of those things. Right, it would make sense that he's making the extract after I deliver the blossom. About this business of yours, or your clients, good enough. This guy has the extract. I'm tempted to kill him and see. Okay. Good start. I think he's dead, chat. But I don't think there is anything left down here. If so, you can kill him. Was worth a shot. Yeah, sure. You can kill him, which means that there is this thing about Balcazar hiring this guy that hires us. But that's unconnected to what we have to actually do, because you can't just kill him without ever getting the mission to do the blossom extract. And if you don't have that, you don't learn about how to get it. The death blossom, specifically. Unless you can get soft lock, but I find it more likely that this is like connected in a fun way, but not required way. That makes me... Oh my god, man. I don't know. The fire is now permanent. Would also assume that, right? So we did that whole thing with the Death Blossom, but it was ultimately irrelevant. For this, it was just the next part of the merchant line, which happens to be connected via lore to this thing. Very powerful fireball. It's an accidental one. I think it's our bow. But we don't even use a bow with this guy.
Thank you.
Here comes Musifate to gloat about not being stuck in the same thing I am stuck on. Welcoming Musifate, everyone from Musifate's channel, thank you so much for the raid. I'm Coopert, I stream most days of the week around this time. I have been doing this game for over 19 hours and I'm stuck. Welcomes. Yes, welcome everyone. How was your stream? Could gloat too. If you want Cherokee bits, gloat away. Only raid if you can gloat. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, no, we got here. If we go in here, we get stuck. Because either we fight this guy and we can't kill him, or he takes us to a place where we just either fight him or we keep looping through killing other things. Map? I don't know this part. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this map. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you where this map is then. But I don't know what to do about this guy. Because his journal talks about a thing. I know. For the benefit of Musifit, I have to keep it slightly vague. His journal talks about a thing that I went after and we completed, but it was ultimately unrelated. But the journal says it's relevant because this thing is prepared except for not having the extract. Where would we get the extract? No one else talks about that. Wonder is of how to solve a thing to where you am, where you are. An idea of what is connected with things once playing. Alright. You believing me? It doesn't feel like it's doable. I've been in the, it doesn't seem doable. I have in multiple games, yes. I know. I just get the feeling that the game is not giving me nearly enough to in this game. Oh, in this game I don't think it has happened yet. I think this was the first time. I just get the feeling that it hasn't given me enough to work with. I can't find the... No, I have to keep it vague. Some stuff that could be done better. Yeah, I mean, it has 500 times more direction than Azoric, but it's still a bit lost at times to make things clearer. It also feels strange that you can get locked. Like, if I go in here, then it's game over. Climbing a rope out of a place. I've climbed out of places with ropes in this game. I didn't have trouble with that, so I'm very sorry to hear. This is the run. Can anyone hear this thing? Is it forbidden? You never defeat my minions and me, never, I am immortal. Is that just a guy going wah wah? It is. The ranged attack is just a guy literally going phew, 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 on the microphone. It's amazing. I wish they still made games like this. I can't interact with this, even in combat. Yeah, he's just gonna kill us. Programming art, never hear about programming SFX. And programming SFX is something that you should hear about, yes. What do I do? Whistle, whistle. I can still hear a faint whistle in the back. Why can't I interact? Like, why do I have the eye icon, but when I click, nothing happens? Do I need a different character to look at it? That would be so jacked. Do I use the wand we got? Wooden's Dearth Wand, what is this? Lightning Bolt. No, that's pointless. Am I missing a mechanic? Because I checked the manual, I didn't find anything. Like a way to interact with this thing that I should have understood.
He has seen the future, and it's not real.
It is not real. Okay, it looks like I put the book in there, but I didn't. It's just hiding back here. Right now I lost the book? I can't grab the book anymore. Did I? Right, that's what happened, right? Oh no, I picked up the book by accident, okay. My god, man. It's funny because a lot of games, when I need hints, it's usually on average 1 per 20 hours. So like, it's a fucking coincidence. I don't like asking for, because it's gonna be something so obvious that I'm gonna hate myself for if I ask. It's always the case. This is not something I can interact. I joked so much about this bed. The focus, man. What's the focus? It's not that book. We're struggling, just want to win. Yeah, and if I get a hint, it's not gonna be a win. Right, this is about the unnamed. That one is about the teleporter maze. It's about focuses, which we were told about the furniture thing. Common objects. The one would expect to find any house.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith. And I'm a locksmith.
Giovanni 81 Italy. Thank you for the follow. Enjoy the free emotes. I've heard tales of furniture being used as focuses, but it is unlikely. How could the piece of furniture possess the polished surfaces? He's arrogant, Balcazar, so he would look at this and be like, well, if the book says I can't, then I will do just that. And so that means that it is a piece of furniture. Can't be killed while the focus is intact. If I was combine those with hiding the focus in the common object. Scream Shander, that doesn't tell me anything. Just want something I can attack. Like, this is a large place. That's not the focus. Because it could be that this is just a distraction. I don't see any special pieces of furniture over here. It's not like we can get there anyway. Oh. 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 Oh, because it needs polished surfaces. Fuck. Okay, furniture with polished surfaces. Yes, but if you go to the temple, you're fucked. It is an eureka moment, yes. It is an eureka moment. I think I got it. I think I got it. He's going to move away and do that. The fucker. break all this thing first, like that. Mirrors. I need to break these. No, do not know what you're doing. Stop. Just break it. No, it's breaking my power. No. A tremor shakes the school to its foundations, a deep guttural roar that sounds like an unnatural cry of anguish and defeat. Congratulations. For destroying Balcazar, you earned 6,000. We figured it out with 0 hints. I'm proud. There's the observation that his arrogance at the book says he can't do it, he would try it. I was thinking of that before, I just forgot to bring it up. Holy shit. Happy Cakes, you just... Happy Cakes, I was smart. You weren't here to see it, but I swear to God I was smart. I've been streaming for a very long time. I have been the only time I've ever been smart on stream and you missed it. Lemon. Oh, the terror extract! Does that mean we can... Oh. Does that mean we can complete the thing? Maybe that means we can complete it. Also, I should save anyway. Terra Root was a pretty bad red herring. It was. But maybe I can still use it. Where extract here? Wait, no, it has to work. Ah, it looks like he can't. And then we have the staff. Which no one cares because we don't have mages on our party because they're lame. Oh, there are gonna be important items up here. I was smart, yes. So I confused and tried to link the storylines together. Yeah, and we still get the Terra Extract. Which apparently is just a callback, I can't use it. For 1 second there, it did a thing and I thought it... Like, can you see that? That when you do this... It does a whole loading thing. It feels like it's trying to... Again... If you click it on a weapon, it looks like it's trying to combine it. Does that mean I should do that on all of my weapons? It's probably an engine bug. Ah. God damn it, why are you like that? The thing. Okay, maybe it is just a red herring. But it's a very convoluted, very red. It is a red. It is red, maybe. Anyway, my guys are kind of weak and I have 3 birds to kill. Which might be not very doable, so I would have to go back and heal and come back and deal with these guys so we can get our treasures from here. There is a chance if we try to leave, things are gonna happen. You know what? Can you say stuff I'm doing something? If you're doing something right, there's something dumb about the engine prevent you from doing it. Sure! Or how do you need stones to kill birds? Only if you want to kill two at the same time, apparently. That's what I've heard. We need to be closer to the... What the... You're serious. Okay, no, that's... Oh, not a hint, that is just... You poured the Terror Blossom extract into the bowl. I knew what it was doing! Okay, that doesn't count as a hint. That's the game being dumped, yes. And now if I bring the dagger in there. The dagger looks somewhat different now. And it deleted everything. And it's Obsidian Terror Blade. Causes a target to save versus poison or die. Right, that's a fine weapon for him. There. Thank you, that was fine. No. This kind of... Okay, you did everything right, you figured everything out. It's just the engine being dumped. No, that's not... Spoiler, that's not a hint. That's you telling me, come on, the game is fucked. That's if the game crashes and you tell me that, no, this is how you avoid a crash. Oh, the game has a soft lock, a non-soft lock. You should tell me to avoid it. Like, there's a non-soft lock coming up, don't do this thing. Otherwise you soft lock. You should tell me. Those are not spoilers, those are us making the game not dumb. Now I can save again. This was still progress. I'm still glad with it. I wonder if he drops the extract if you don't do the other mission. And then you can't retroactively do the mission because you'll already be dead. That's actually an interesting point. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the timer here. 19 hours, 46 minutes. What a game. Despite everything else, it's still a very, very good game. And I should come back to this game tomorrow.